How to make a cinematic text moving anime video intro like this right here using the YouCut video editor app. And the best thing about this trick here is you don't need to use the keyframe tool. So it's a simple way, something quick just for starters, for those of us who are interested in making something like this here, and let's go ahead and do it. As always, make sure you have the latest update to the YouCut editor app to get access to all the tools and features. So first things first, you'll need a collection of all the images of your favorite anime to create this little intro here. I personally went with Black Clover here as it is one of my favorite animes out there. So start with a new project. And when you're in this view mode here, you'll go to where it says photo right there. You see this part that says photo, go to that. And this is where you can select all the photos of that specific anime. Okay, you can choose up to 10, 20, however long you want this intro to be. I'm just gonna go with like 12 of them for now. And I'm gonna show you how to make it go faster and play all that stuff. So I'll just go ahead and select a few of these here. And of course, I'm just doing this just to give you an idea of how this actually will work. Okay, so I got 12 in total here. And we'll go ahead and get started. So the first thing you'll notice is that to the bottom section, you want this thing to play very fast, all the images to play very fast, and you want to set the time duration to 1.2. Anything lower than 1.2, you will not be able to insert a transition. You need to have a transition to get that special effect, guys. So first things first, tap on one of these here. You'll see the duration will appear right here where it says duration. Tap on that and simply edit that to 1.2. Okay, so as you go there, just go ahead and set it to 1.2. That's the lowest you can go to allow you to add a transition between each photo or slide. Okay, and make sure you press the double check mark. That is going to apply for every photo that you have selected. Okay, apply to all. And now you'll have this thing. You'll notice how everything here is going to be very short like this here. Now that it's like this here, this is the part you add your transition. And to add a transition between every photo here, you'll tap on this little white square here. That is your transition effects settings here. You can go through the different categories and find the one that's right for you. Okay, so you can go with slide here, any one of these here that you want, but you want to choose something that is free, of course, and something that'll work to your advantage. I'll go with the blur out here. It's one of my favorites here. And you want to make this thing like as quick as possible here and press the double check mark for it to apply to all of the transition effects instead of doing it one by one. Okay, so right now you'll have something that looks like this here. Okay, so it's kind of slow, right? It's still not as fast as you want it to be. So what you're going to do now is save this. This is now going to save as a full video. So go to save. And you can save it to whatever resolution you want it to be. I would recommend the recommended 1080p. Save it, just wait for this here. I'll just close this out. So it should have been saved already since it's a pretty short video. Then go back here now, and then go back to this now. So you have that first part. You can come back and edit that in a moment, but now we need to create the text that's gonna be moving over that video. So go here now, go to new project, and go to material, and select the black one here. And then go ahead and start. And this part is important. You want to set this to as how long that video was or will be. You can reduce the speed of it to increase the duration of it later. I'll show you that. But just for starters, or just in case, I would recommend having it set to at least 5.1, whatever, or you can use the exact there. Okay, so if you're having a hard time setting it to what you wanted to, use the edit option here to type in your numbers. Okay. Now, with that said and done here, as you're about to insert your text, which would be the name of your anime here, I would recommend you start from the very beginning. Make sure you're at the very beginning of the video. Go to text and just whatever it is. Okay, so I'm going to call it Black Clover. Is it Black Clover? I'm trying to remember if it's Black Clover or what. I think it's the right name, but one thing for sure I can tell you, that movie was pretty epic, okay? And choose the bright green color, because you're going to need to use a chroma later on for that to, be removed. Okay, so just make it as big as possible like this here. Press the check mark. And now make sure your text is set to the very end of the video and also set to the very beginning of the video. Okay, you want this thing to start and end with this here. Okay, so go ahead and save that now. Just save it, 1080. Now we're gonna go back to the first set of photos that we created, the video. All right, so go to new project, you'll look for it, which would be this one here, the second to last one here, and go ahead and get that in, okay? So again, you'll notice how it's gonna play like this, but that's not fast, right? So what we're gonna do now, since it is saved as a single video and not multiple photos, you will increase the speed of this here now. That'll be to your advantage here. You can set it to like 2.0 whatever. Okay, and this is just like created. Notice how that's going fast, right? So you can put a little bit faster if you want to, maybe 2.5. Okay, so you can see it's 4.4 right now. Okay, you can see the time duration here. So maybe make it a little slower, or you can speed up the text itself. Okay, so I'll show you that in a moment. All right. So now we have this set, bring the timeline bar to the beginning, and we're gonna insert that text video overlay. We'll go to PIP here. This is the Black Clover one we did a while ago. And as you have it appear here, with it selected, you'll have these tools here. And being that this is a video now that you're adding, you'll go to fill, so you can take up the entire video frame here. Set these here to video start and video end, or you can just simply adjust it to that matching time here, okay? And what I like about the updates now, it kind of snaps into place where it should be, okay? So tap here, use chroma now, place this on the green. And you want to set the strength to at least 75. Don't go too far as it starts to take away the black. So 75 or 70s around that is your best bet. And then now you want to give it that animation for it to play in. So go to animation. This is where you don't have to use the keyframe, okay? You can use the zoom in one, but I want you to use a zoom out. That's gonna work better, okay? And you'll adjust it to play a little bit slower so it won't be too fast. And you can set it to at least 3 or 4, okay? And now watch as you have your simple animate intro, okay? And there you go. Like and sub. Thanks for watching.